Hey guys, so it is the beginning of another month, which means it's time for monthly favourites. This month, is actually going to be a little bit shorter than normal. I've only got 4 things to talk about, but they are all good ones. I feel like on a makeup front, I have been just using the same stuff. I'm really happy with what's in my makeup bag at the moment. And if you would like to see a what's in my makeup bag video, then let me know, because I can talk more about what I'm using. But a lot of it is like old products. It's nothing new. It's either things that I've spoken about as favourites over the past kind of 6 months or a year. So I wouldn't want to put it in this video to be like repeating myself too much. And I also just did a skincare video with a lot of my skincare favourites and my like favourite budget skincare buys. So a lot of my kind of current favourites are in those videos, and I didn't want to repeat myself. So I've got 3 beauty favourites this month, and then I also have a TV favourite or a Netflix favourite. First of all, for beauty favourites, Lancome Hypnose mascara. I haven't used this in absolutely ages. I've used it before and really, really liked it, but I probably haven't used it in 2 years, something like that. It's so good. It's an oldie but a goodie, a classic. I always forget how much I rate Lancome mascaras in general, and I feel like this is like the classic one, if you get what I mean. It gives you loads of volume, loads of length, but it's not clumpy at all. You can really, I actually really, really like the brush because it allows you to really get in the lashes and give your lashes some definition while at the same time giving you lots of volume and length. I was given this at Christmas by Lancome as part of like a big gift set, and a lot of the time, I have to say, I get given, and I also wanted to talk about the ASA disclosure thing if you guys haven't seen any of that. Basically, from now on, I'm going to tell you guys when I've been gifted items or when I haven't been gifted items. I'm not always necessarily going to say it in the video because otherwise we'll be here all day. But if you want to know when I've been gifted an item, when I haven't been gifted an item, underneath the video where I link everything, I'm going to put what's been gifted and what hasn't. And a lot of the time, pretty much all of the makeup will have been given to me because, disclaimer, we're getting really deep here, really deep for January favourites. Bit of a disclaimer, part and parcel of my job, I get sent a lot of makeup to try. Pretty much every new release, brands send me loads and loads of makeup. What I choose to talk about is my decision. If I am collaborating with a brand on a paid basis, I'll always have ad or, you know, this is a paid like collaboration with XYZ brand. But I do get given a lot of pretty much all of the makeup, if not most of the makeup that I talk about, I'm lucky enough to get sent. A lot of it I'm lucky enough to get sent before the release date, which is awesome because, say, in the case of my new in videos, a lot of those have either just come out or they're not out yet, and I've had them for a few weeks and been able to try them out in order to give you guys my thoughts on whether or not they work. In terms of whether or not this affects what I say about the product, it will not, ever. I still say negative things about things that I've been sent. I will say positive things about things that I've been sent. I will not talk about a lot of things that I've been sent. So I would say you probably see, in terms of me talking about a product, 10 to 20% of the things that I am lucky enough to get sent. So the rest of that goes to charity. And I feel like that is, I want to be transparent with you guys, that is the situation of YouTube. We get sent a lot of stuff. I feel like this might come across really patronising. You guys know this. You're very savvy. Most of you know this. A lot of people do PR unboxing videos. You know the drill. Brands send us stuff. And essentially, my job is to talk about beauty, talk about products. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? What's good? What's bad? What's ugly? What's coming out? What's new? What's interesting? And I hope that you guys are happy with that level of disclosure in my videos and that you're happy with my opinions being unbiased in terms of giving you reviews. Anyway, I was sent this at Christmas with a Christmas gift box. And with mascaras, a lot of the time what I'll do, if I'm ever sent mascaras, I'll just keep them to one side, either for me to try in the future because I'm a complete mascara junkie, or to give to my sister or my mum because they also, whenever my friends come over and I'm like, do you need any makeup or anything? They're like, we need mascara. And I never have it because it's the one thing that everybody always wants. So if I ever get given mascara, I put it to one side. And this month I picked this up and thought, hey, I'll give it a go. I haven't used it in ages. It's really, really good. It is so good, and I had forgotten how good it was. So I've been wearing that every year this month and I love it. Another thing that is a new release is the new Benefit roller liner. like I said in my new in January video where I showed you guys this, I'm not a fan of the Benefit Roller Lash. For my lashes, it just does not work. And I know that's controversial because a lot of people love it. But this eyeliner is brilliant. It's so matte. It stays on for ages. It's really, really black. The point of the pen is just the right size. Like sometimes they're too thin, sometimes they're way too thick. For me, I find this really easy to draw eyeliner on with. And it's also reignited my love with winged eyeliner. I feel like I went through a phase a couple of years ago where I would wear winged eyeliner every single day. I loved it. And then I kind of stopped wearing it and went for a more like smudgy look and would do like kohl on the waterline, things like that. But this has reignited my love for winged eyeliner, and for that I'm very happy. So yeah, the new Benefit eyeliner, really, really good. Definitely rate that. And then my third and final beauty favourite is the Jo Malone Earl Grey and Cucumber cologne. As you guys know, I love Jo Malone. They are one of my favourite fragrance brands. I love the whole aesthetic and I love a lot of their fragrances. However, this one was not one that appealed to me at all based on the name. Like Earl Grey and Cucumber, it doesn't sound like your typical fragrance. However, I was on a trip in October. I say a trip, it was in London, so it was a trip, but it wasn't like I was away, it was still in England, with Jo Malone in October, and they gave me, we had like a fragrance combining consultation, and they gave me this and the Velvet Rose and Oud fragrance as a combination, because you got to like go through and smell all the ones and then choose your favourites and all that. And those were the ones that I chose as a fragrance combination, and I was wearing this combined with Velvet Rose and Oud for a couple of months and really liking it, but I never actually got into wearing it on its own until this month, and I really like it. It's really fresh and it's actually surprisingly sweet. Like it doesn't sound like it would be sweet, Earl Grey and Cucumber, but it is. It's that like perfect balance between being fresh and sweet, which is quite rare to find. Like it's not sickly, but it has a real sweetness to it. So I'd really recommend checking that out. If you're looking for a new fragrance, give it a smell because it's really unusual and really nice. And then the last favourite I wanted to talk to you guys about is a TV favourite. A new Netflix series that I'm sure a lot of you guys will have been watching or will have heard about is Sex Education. Oh my god, it's so funny. I don't normally get really into comedy shows, but I do really like teenage drama. So I feel like this is kind of like bridging those two genres. I think it's such a brilliant show. It's so hilariously funny, and I think it's really well made. It's got that real magical type of feel to it where you don't, at the beginning, in the first episode, you don't know when it's filmed. It like almost feels a bit vintage, like it's filmed in like the 60s or something, but actually it's modern day because they all have smartphones and everything, but it feels like it's old-fashioned. I don't know. It's got a really diverse cast. The topics that they talk about are just vast, diverse and varied, but also very hilarious. As the name would suggest, there's a lot of sex in it, and it just perfectly sums up teenage sexual encounters, and it's just so funny. Like if you haven't seen it already, then definitely go and watch it. The one thing I would say about it that I can't quite get my head around is it's set in the UK, and the cast, I don't know if they're all English, but they like speaking in English accents. It's very much, it's a UK show, but it's so Americanized. Like a lot of the elements have a real like American high school vibe to it. If anyone knows more about the show, like I'm not an expert in it, but as to why that is it made in the States, or I don't, it's got American producers, I don't know, but it has things in it that you're like, that so wouldn't happen in an English school. As an example, when in one of the episodes, I think it's like episode 3 or 4, no spoilers, there's like a swimming scene where all the swimmers come out and there's like a crowd of pupils with flags like, yeah, like cheering on the swim team. I'm like, that just wouldn't happen in an English school. It's like almost like cheerleadery type situation. You're like, nah. I feel like English schools are a lot more laid back than that with their cheering. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, do you like Sex Education? Do you think it's a good show? I think it's hilarious, and I hope you are all having a lovely day. I hope you had a great January. I will see you very soon with lots of new videos in February, and I hope you have an awesome day, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. See you soon.